The 76ers anxious to get off the bus and get down to business. A look from earlier as they arrived at the arena. And the game arrivals sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. Nightfall in the Windy City with the Willis Tower and the rest of downtown Chicago lighting up the sky. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. This is Kevin Harlan, and beside me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. David Aldridge joins us on the sideline. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Tuesday, they'll defend home court against the Indiana Pacers. And then on Friday, they'll head out on the road to face the Hawks in Atlanta. Look at the 76ers starting group. They've got Powell. Flash out there with the Magician. Then it's the Wizard. And it's Cool Hands in at the point. And for Chicago, they've got Baller. And it's Singleton in at the 1 spot. Well, Steve, we're just halfway through the season. What stands out to you so far in what you've seen?
Well, I think for me is those teams that are underdogs, they're overachieving. And some of those teams that we had out in front, we start to nitpick what's wrong with those guys. I think the halfway point is for teams both underachieving, overachieving to start to really kick in. And some of those teams do and some don't.
Here's Cool Hands. Pass to Flash from outside the arc. Hands it from downtown. Flash has got the game going here with the first basket for Philadelphia.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Passes to Singleton. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Cool Hands. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Now Singleton. 14 points from him the last game against the Heat in Miami. Shot clock at 5. And it's denied. They recover it. Shot's good by Strickland. First quarter, just over a minute played. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Here's the Wizard, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Now, here is Singleton. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Here's Cool Hands. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Here's Singleton. 6 points for him. Baller passes to Tiny. 3-pointer. But they recover it. Kicks it to Singleton. 6 to shoot. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Powell pulls it in. 76ers have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Watford. The pass to Tiny. A 3-ball. Bangs home the trifecta.
These are the fundamentals we're always talking about. Excellent bounce pass.
76ers trailing. Here's Cool Hands. Pass to Magician. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Terrific use of his body to open up space on the inside.
Well, Chicago has gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Pass to Singleton. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Strickland. Passes it to Tiny. Three-pointer. Drains the three-pointer. Tiny's got his second bucket of the night.
attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Here's Flash. He has 5. Powell, no one around him. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
Point blank, this is a bad combination. If you're looking to get stops, that's not the way.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And now let's take a look at the number of second chance points these teams have had over the last month. These guys never give up on a possession. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
They have been aggressive underneath. I mean, they're playing with a physicality that you don't often see, and it's led to a lot of second chance points.
Out to the right wing. There's shake and bake, guarded by McLemore. And the pass to Sparks. Knocked away. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And there's 1:45 left in the first quarter of the game. Endor kicks to Langford. It's tipped. There's shake and bake. 8 points his last outing, and it's blocked. Endor, the pass to Langford. Here's Sparks. There's the pass to Sessions. Boom, he jams it straight down. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now, here's Langford. And the dunk by McLemore.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Pass to Sessions. 6 on the shot clock. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, both teams in the zone early. Stops have been almost impossible to come by.
Pass to Langford. A fresh 14 for Philadelphia. It's blocked. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. In the corner at Sessions. Launches it. Another 3 for Chicago.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Here's Bottoms. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. No good with the layup.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Bulls. They're up by 4. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen so far from the Bulls, what's your take?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's their strategy. Try to overwhelm you. Try to put you in a hole you have to dig yourself out of.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, they've got Big Daddy. Bottoms is out there with Langford. Then it's McLemore, and it's Endor in at the three, the small forward.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Here's Bottoms. And he uses the glass on the layup.
I mean, that's a good job working the ball inside and getting a quality shot.
Chicago leading by 4. Shake and bake passes to Sessions. Here's Saunders. It's stolen by McLemore. And now the 76ers on the break. Endor with the bucket.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's Sparks. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Steve, Kobe Bryant said that growing up in Italy gave him a huge advantage learning the fundamentals and the tactics of the game. Do you think Europe's better at developing players than the United States?
You know, I don't think they're better. I do think their system at times for certain players, they get into a system of working on their game. And I wouldn't just say fundamentals from an early age. And a lot of those guys are being able to practice with pros at an early age. I think it comes down to individuals, and also I think a lot of these parents and kids, you have to understand it starts off of making a layup versus making a three. So I don't think that Europe is doing it better. I just think a lot of times right now we're looking at some of those European players, and they're coming over ready to play from day one versus some other players.
And he makes the first. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. The Wizard, he's checked in for Big Daddy. Magician comes in for McLemore. Flash is checked in for Langford. And Cool Hand subbed in for Bottoms. He hits both from the stripe. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Now, here is Singleton. 6 points for him. 5 on the clock. To the inside. Here's Watford, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. That ties it up. 6 points for Cool Hands.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Singleton the pass to Ball. Here's Tiny. For 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Here's the Wizard. Flash. Again, Philadelphia.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Passes it to Ball. Latrey nailed from three-point land. Baller's got 5 now.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Now the pass to Cool Hands. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Starting to heat up now. He nailed 1 from behind the arc in the first quarter, 2 here in the second.
And here is Singleton. He has 6. Here's Tiny. pass to Ball. Fires the three. Doesn't go for him. And Philadelphia the other way now. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
You know, sometimes you don't play up to your full potential. The important thing to figure out is what went wrong.
Powell, he's checked in for the 76ers. Here's Strickland. 9-point game his last outing. Here's Giannou, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. The Wizard passes to Powell. Here's the Wizard. 5 to shoot. They get a hand on it. Pass to Watford. And he dunks it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
We talk about it time and time again. Turnovers are costly, especially when the game is close.
And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from the Wizard.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Tiny, the pass to Strickland. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Deep. Singleton misses. The 76ers trail by 3. That's a 2 from Powell. Misses the chippy right there.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Sparks. And no good that time. And the 76ers go the other way with it. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series. I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Here's shake and bake, guarded by Powell. To the right side. There's the 3. It's good from long range. He's got 5.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Bulls lead by 4. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back from the first half. Been a dandy so far. A dandy. You like that word, Kenny?
You know
it's
what?
a dandy.
My third grade teacher used to say that all the time.
That you're a dandy.
So this is a dandy of a class.
It is. And this is a dandy of a show. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet, Shaquille O'Neal.
So what's a dandelion? Well, basically, that's what the class was.
A really cool line.
Got it.
It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate. They were always working hard to get good looks. That can't change in the second half. They need to be just as well organized as they have been so far.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Look at Tiny. He's been really playing well.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We've got Tiny, and it's Singleton in at the point guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. And it's off from three-point range. Pass to Flash. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Flash has got 9. Chicago leading. Tiny, the pass to Baller. And there's the pass to Singleton. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Strickland. Unloads from 13. That one goes. Count it. Strickland's got his second basket of the night.
The defense is there, but because of the height disparity, there's no real contest.
Here's Cool Hands. And the foul goes on the Magician. That is his first foul of the game. The Bulls leading by 4. And there's the foul. It goes on Cool Hands. That's his first foul. Well, Steve, it's expected that we'll eventually allow 18-year-olds to enter the NBA draft. A proud Michigan State alum. Are you concerned players may miss something by choosing to skip the college experience?
You know, Kevin, in this situation, for sure, there are some players that I would say is going to make some mistakes and maybe come out too early and not be ready. But I think we have to allow them to have these decisions and not have these decisions taken away from them. I love college, but there are some guys there just ready to go play in the NBA, just like other areas of life. When you're ready, you're ready.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now, here is Singleton. He's got 6. Pass to Watford. Here's Tiny. From deep. From beyond the arc, and then some. Tiny's got 12 points in the game.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Passes it to Magician. Here's the 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Down low. Second shot opportunity. Here's Singleton. And he finishes nicely on the layup. He's got 8.
Hustle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
The pass to the Wizard. Here's Cool Hands. Pass to Flash. Here's the Wizard. Not going to go that time. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball.
After hitting 3 straight, they finally missed one. But you can see the rhythm coming out of the half.
Baller passes to Singleton. From deep three-point range. No good that time. The 76ers trail by 4. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter.
And that's okay. Even though you missed, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Inside. Knocked loose. In the corner, Powell with it. And the 76ers get it back. Here's the Wizard. Hold on!
Kevin, you got to buckle up on that one.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Big Daddy's checked in for the Wizard. McLemore has come in for Magician. Langford's checked in for Flash. And it's Bottoms in for Cool Hands. Here's Saunders. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Shake and Bake. Guarded by Powell. Shake and Bake drills the three-pointer.
We know he has the range, and we know he has an attack mindset.
1:36 left to play in the third. And the basket by Langford.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Here's Shake and Bake. He has 5. The 3. And again, it's the Bulls from deep. The 76ers trail by 5. Pass to Langford. Takes the 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Sparks passes to Shake and Bake. The shot's good. Shake and Bake's got 7.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Powell, the pass to Big Daddy. There's Bottoms. Clock at 6. Here's Langford. Off target with his 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Sparks, guarded by McLemore. That one off the back iron and out. The 76ers trail by 4. There's Bottoms. Comes up empty down low. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Bulls out front, up by 4. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment.
Get you some. Just can't wait till I get my song. Go ahead, get you some. Just watch when I get me some. Go ahead, get you some. Yeah.
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Big Daddy is out there with Langford. And there's Bottoms, and it's prime time, and it's the Wizard in at the 5. Here's Shake and Bake, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Chicago leading. Pass to Saunders. The 3. And the 3 ball is good. Saunders has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Powell, the pass to Big Daddy. Shoots the 3. That shot is off. The Bulls leading by 5. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Baller, he's checked in for Chicago. Tiny comes in for Shake and Bake. Magicians checked in for Philadelphia. Flash comes in for Langford. The 76ers trail by 5. Powell with it. The pass to Gilbert. Here's the Wizard. 76ers moving the ball around. Clock at 4. Pass to Gilbert. Here's Flash. And he's good on the 3 ball.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
To take the lead, another 3 for Philadelphia. We can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground.
Pass to Saunders. Passes it to Sparks. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Drains it from beyond the arc. And it's 8 points for Magician.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
The pass to Tiny. Fires the 3. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
Here's Magician, following the 3-point basket by Chicago. Pass to Gilbert. Now Powell. Takes a 3. He can't hit that time. Bulls have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Pass to Watford. Here's Sparks. Kept alive. Giannis and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Flash. Here's the Wizard. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
The direction this game is headed is going to come down to a couple key buckets by either team.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. version of our Jordan player of the game, Flash.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Cool Hands checked in for Bottoms. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Bulls coach was going over with his team, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed. Guys.
Off the inbound pass. 1:53 left here in the fourth quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Passes it to Ball. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
Oh, my goodness. He's kicking himself. You know, that's a critical time to commit a turnover. No telling how that error will ultimately play out.
The pass to Flash. Powell with the bounce pass. And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it. Ball game. Who do you want at the charity stripe? This guy.
Bulls trail by 3. Here's Sparks. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
Now here's Powell. Not a lot of room. To Flash. Here's Cool Hands. 5 on the clock. From downtown. Drills it from outside. Powell's got the lead up to 4 now for the 76ers.
And he just needs a sliver of space, and he's going to knock down that 3. The D has to be a little bit more aggressive when it comes to guarding him.
Here's Watford. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. So he gets them both.
Clutch. Those free throws turn this into a one-possession ball game.
52 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Passes to Cool Hands. Philadelphia moving the ball to the middle. The Wizard passes to Cool Hands. Strickland grabs the board. And Chicago has possession. Fires for 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Timeout called the 76ers. They're trailing by 1. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. timeout called the 76ers. They're down by 1. We've got 28 seconds left in the game. Bulls on D. It's a one-point game. It drops. Time call here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They trail by 1. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the wing right side. Here's Watford. Takes the 13-footer. Oh, no good. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. He's able to hit the second one, and that will put them up by 2. 9 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Puts up a 3. Misses the 3. So it's Philadelphia taking the W in a close one here. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you next time.